Stop it! Oops, there it is. Oops, there it is. Oops, there it is.
Oh yeah, oops.
Oops, there it is. Oops, there it is.
Yeah.
And we are live Thursday night, January 29th, 2026. Your Geaux Team. I am your moderator, the one, the only, the moderator extraordinaire, Daniel. With me tonight, we're going to start off down the river. We got Mr. Excitement, maybe Mr. Excitement, maybe a little DB Cooper tonight with the shades on. We got Mr. Excitement himself, Chip. How we doing tonight?
Good.
And last, but not least,
Jesus.
the one, the only, on the other side of the transatlantic cable, the king of carnival, Zombie Bob. Is somebody ready for Mardi Gras or not?
Well, Daniel, I just want to shout out Lion Up LeBlanc, who tagged me on the Twitter machine, because our good friend QB1, your number one quarterback and mine, Tyler Shuck, New Orleans Saints, riding Saturday night, as discussed here on the podcast. Like, if you're not listening to the Geaux Team, I really don't know what the hell you're doing, because we talk about everything before it all, bubbles up on the Twitter machine. He's riding in Pygmalion on Saturday night. Not this Saturday night, next Saturday night, the 7th. Grand Marshal. And he had the Saints put out a little clip, and he said, "Hey, New Orleans, Tyler Shuck here. I'm a newbie when it comes to Mardi Gras. Any suggestions?" The Twitter machine turned to me and said, "Zombie, please enlighten QB1." So I did. So I thought it was very fitting. Shout out once again, second episode in a row. Chip and I would like to shout out the Geaux Team wardrobe department. Got Chip a new look tonight. Got a little maintenance done there, and I got the Mardi Gras. Daniel's got the old school. It looks like that needs is it cracked? We need a new one.
I mean, this is 8 years old. I've been telling you to give me new merch. You're
We
supposed to
need
be
some
in
merch.
short.
No, I'm working on merch. Yeah, I'm working on it. So, anyway, hence the costume tonight, because, Tyler Shuck asked me personally for advice as to Carnival in New Orleans.
Okay. And I just want to note, for the record, I want to enter this into the record. Zombie Bob, big fan of Tyler Shuck, number one fan of Tyler Shuck. You replied to him on Twitter, but you misspelled his name.
I did, because Stitch out in Hawaii spells his name that way. So, force of habit.
Instantly I knew that. But if Tyler Shuck's going to respond to you, you got to make sure that you spell his name correctly. Right, Zombie?
Correct. I was so excited in the moment. So,
Chance wants to know, have we been on the air, in the airwaves, for 8 years, or did y'all just make shirts in anticipation? Listen, it's not, I wouldn't put it past either Zombie or myself to make shirts in anticipation of doing a podcast. But these were from 8 years ago when we first started the podcast.
2018. Mm-hmm.
And we had all of 20 listeners every time we aired once a week.
Which was awesome.
It was 2018, 2019 season. We had a blast. We weren't on YouTube. We were only on iTunes. We were only on Spotify. You can go catch all those old episodes. They're still on iTunes. They're still on Spotify, which reminds me, don't forget, however you're watching us, if you're watching us on X, if you're watching us on YouTube, do us a favor, like the video, subscribe to the page. If you're one of our 5 people listening on Spotify or Apple iTunes, make sure you like the video. And obviously, if you're listening that way, you're probably subscribed. So
you don't have a little banner tonight, Daniel.
Oh, I do, but I didn't put it up. My bad.
There we go.
I was working on the notes earlier because we did.
Okay.
We all had homework for tonight's episode.
We did.
So, one other thing, I want to give a shout out to a friend of the program who was in the chat 2 nights ago, who started his own podcast tonight. They were doing their first episode. Chip, did you listen to any of All Things Go?
I did. It's badass. I love that guy.
Shout out to All Things Go. And so they started a podcast. In the Bushes was the name of it. I caught it on YouTube. They said they were having trouble on
That's what I
on
thought
X.
I saw it on X.
I thought they said it wasn't on X.
They were trying to put it up on X. I saw
Yeah.
what they were trying to do.
Chance you did an audio only podcast in 08.
Wow,
That's old school.
That is old school.
I would love to hear that.
We need to bring back the merch. That's what we're working on. Zombie's busy with Mardi Gras right now, though.
My shirt. I don't know what you've been doing with your shirt. My shirt doesn't look anything like that shirt.
I actually wear it.
Oh.
This is the washer. It got.
Okay.
But I've got like 3 of them.
Isn't it heavy?
I only had one.
It's like
You're the one who made them.
right?
Was I? How'd you get 3?
You gave me 3 of them. I don't know how I have this one. I have 2 double X's and an extra large. This one's a double X. This is comfy at night.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. All right. So, what would Chance have podcast? What would he have broadcast his podcast on in 2008? What technology? iTunes was iTunes was heavy in 2000s.
The only other person I knew that was podcasting back then was Tom Green.
Tom Green, the comedian.
Yeah, he was like the first one that I remember.
Interesting. I don't remember that.
It was kind of big.
I remember the idea of a podcast way back then, and it was like, what the fuck's a podcast? Like, who came up with the name podcast? Because it was on an iPod? Is that how the name originated?
Yeah, for sure. I don't know what the Tom Green was on, though. I forget. I think it was just on YouTube.
Maybe so.
Yeah, it was it's hilarious. That guy's hilarious.
All I know is
YouTube start. Yeah, no, YouTube would have been before 2008. Like 2000, YouTube was started as a result of the wardrobe malfunction Janet Jackson had at the Super Bowl halftime.
I remember the first time I saw it was like 2006 because it was
like literally the guys that started it because they couldn't find video of the malfunction, and so that's why YouTube was essentially founded.
Respect.
There you go. And now Google owns it and owns the rest of the world.
Mm.
I always liked YouTube. I was a big proponent of it whenever I first came out.
That is correct. Zombie.
Sure.
Are you going to tell everybody what the significance of your wardrobe is? Anything in particular? Flashing lights?
I didn't want to give anybody an epileptic seizure.
Show us lights.
Let's see. This is one of the 3 that I will be wearing Mardi Gras weekend. But this is the boom.
And which crew is this for?
This would be the Saturday Night Crew. The Saturday Night Crew. The big one.
Are you not allowed to say their name on the air?
Oh, no. It's the one that has Lane Kiffin as Grand Marshal, the crew of Endymion.
Okay.
Although I do have a Bacchus cup that I'm drinking out of tonight. No less miles tonight.
No less miles. We still reached out to Smacker, hoping Smacker will come on the program.
You see, and I wasn't even going to do that. I think it's hurting. Yeah, it's just too painful to bring up her name again.
Chance says his podcast was called SEC Rage. I just helped out for about a year. We interviewed Dale Brown, Nolan Richardson, and Jarvis Landry.
Damn,
that's some Hall of Fame lineup right there.
Jarvis Landry that year against Auburn, his freshman year against Auburn when he was playing special teams.
Yeah.
They fucking waylay.
People in a row.
Oh my God. That was awesome. Yeah.
Yes.
CC Rage. We'll have to find that. We'll have to do a crossover.
So, first topic tonight. We ready? Ready to get to business?
Yeah.
We're going to talk. We meant to talk about this on Tuesday, but there was a lot of stories that popped up on Tuesday that kind of took away from the time that we kind of allotted for this. So it's been relatively slow the last 2 days. So we circled back to this topic. We don't really have time to go through all 42 players that were in the transfer portal recruiting class because I think that would just be boring at a certain point. Like, no offense to the safety we got from McNeese, but is he going to be an impact player this year?
We don't know. Could be.
Doubtful. So, in lieu of going through all of those guys, the format we're going for tonight is which guys are going to be impact players. So we're going to go around the horn. We're going to go position by position and say, who do we think between the three of us geniuses here? Because we know for sure, right? Who's going to be a starter for LSU in 2026? Obviously, we don't know shit. It's all speculation, but that's what makes it fun. We're just here to shoot the shit and see what we think, who we think is going to start at these positions for us. Right? Right, Zombie? Right, Chip? We all did our homework. We all ready?
We're ready, but I'm telling you, my head's not in the game. I'm very worried about G Moose. He's not in the chat yet. He didn't give the like and subscribe. He didn't say let's go, fellas. Like none of that. I'm a little nervous.
Yeah, you should tweet out the bat signal to G Moose.
Yeah.
But Chet says in the chat.
I talked to him today. So.
On 3 has nothing on y'all. Actually, I don't know if I saw G Moose very much today on Twitter.
He sent me something. He was around today. So
G Moose, if you're listening to this after the fact, if you're listening to this now, who's in Chance?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Chance. Chet. I mean, exactly.
Chet's going to have to be in charge tonight for us.
You ever seen Glory, the movie Glory? With Denzel Washington about the Civil War?
The movie Glory.
Yeah, when he's like, who's going to take this flag if this man should fall?
Oh, yeah. That's a great movie.
It is a great movie.
Right.
I don't know if
I've
seen that one.
Actually, the Confederates buried him, Matthew, what's his name?
Matthew Broderick.
Yeah, Broderick's character. They buried him with his African-American troops as an insult. And then when the Union contacted his father to say, hey, do you want us to bury him up and bring him home? And he said, absolutely not. I want him to stay, with his troops. So
yeah, he wouldn't have wanted it to be.
Yeah, exactly. No. I mean, a young Denzel, not to be confused with Kenzel, but a young Denzel Washington in that movie. It was really, really great movie.
Never to be Kenzel.
Released in 1989, a 95% score on Rotten Tomatoes.
Denzel was best supporting role, I believe.
I love Civil War history, and I haven't seen that movie.
So
really? Well, I mean, Daniel, how old were you when that came out?
Well, I know, but I've still watched all those old, Gettysburg isn't that old.
93.
It isn't as old as that one is what I meant.
Yeah.
Right.
But I'll have to check in on that. But
Shelby Foote would be disappointed.
Shelby Foote would be disappointed. Do you know who that is? Zombie?
It's like the greatest Civil War historian of all time.
Correct. He's got
from Oxford.
It's like 4,000 pages is his 3 volumes on the Civil War. And I've completed volume 1. In my bucket list, I want to finish all 3 volumes.
Okay.
So
you're young.
The first volume's literally, it's like a Stephen King novel.
You see Stephen King back in the day.
I'm actually working on a Stephen King book right now as we speak.
Which one?
The November 22nd one, the JFK one.
Okay.
You ever read that one?
Of course I have. The book is better than the series. There's like a little, I don't think it's on Netflix, but it's like a little mini part series or whatever. Stephen King's doesn't really, The Green Mile The Shawshank Redemption. The Green Mile is pretty much word for word from Stephen King's novels. Those two definitely, but like The Stand is excellent, but not the Apple TV version, not the 1990s miniseason version.
1994 one, the one that came on came from ABC.
Yeah. It's just too big, and it's too. But the greatest thing about Stephen King, other than the fact that what Chance's latest comment, but the thing about Stephen King is like he had such character depth. Like you knew like this minor character and just a throwaway thing, and but you knew their backstory and their life and da 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 da. Like he had that ability to just flesh out even little minor people. So, right, Cujo, the movie wasn't all that.
Perfect Storm, great movie, great book.
That's Stephen King?
I don't think Perfect Storm was.
Not Perfect Storm. It's called Storm of the Century. Sorry.
Is Stephen King?
Yes, Storm of the I know which one you're talking about.
About Legion, the devil.
Yeah, Linoge or something like that.
Yeah, that would be Legion.
Yeah, but it was some mixing up his name, so you didn't know it was actually the devil the whole time.
Yeah, you didn't know.
I don't know that one. After a while, I was just like, I know Stephen King is going to kill everybody in his book. I hated the fact that he would always tell you, like, oh, here's Zombie Bob, King of Mardi Gras. Little does he know he has less than 17 hours left to live. It's like, I know you're going to fucking kill everybody. Just don't tell me that you're going to kill everybody. Yeah, that's what. Oh shit! I was like in my early mid 20s, something like that. The first time I read Tommyknockers by Stephen King. First fucking 3 nights I slept with the lights on. I was in my 20s. I slept with the fucking light on.
All right, Zombie, you're the Stephen King guy. What's your top 3 that Chet should read?
Oh, The Stand. Period.
I know Stand's your number 1. You got a poster in your living room.
No, it's not even a poster. My son is excellent at gift giving. Not so much at calling his old man, but at gift giving, he's excellent. He found not a t-shirt, but a sweatshirt company that prints out of circulation paperback covers. So it's the original paperback version of the cover of The Stand from the early 80s. And he got that for me as on a sweatshirt. The sweatshirt's a double X, but I mean, it wouldn't fit a large, so I'm like, it's never going to fit me. I shouldn't have it in the closet. I shouldn't have it in a drawer. So I put it in a shadow box, and it's on my gallery wall here in the living room. So
I didn't read
good.
The Mist was good. I didn't read The Mist. I saw the movie.
Yeah.
So
I bet you the most recent movie was good. I think he had 2.
Yeah, you got to read it too.
Oh, it is excellent.
So The Stand and it.
The Stand, it. Tommyknockers scared the shit out of me.
I mean, I'm only like 160 pages into this 900-page book, but it's got me gripped right now. So
the way that he does it, he takes, I forget the 1953, 56, whatever, but like the way that he takes those characters as children and then again at like 27 years or whatever the cycle is later, and he'll end one paragraph with the kids, and they're having a conversation or whatever, and then he picks it up in the beginning of the next chapter, the same characters doing a conversation as adults going on. And lying up, man. I love you for hooking me up with Tyler Shuck, but
Zombie's the biggest Braden Fajoka.
Braden Fajoka is my Polynesian son, man. So yeah, Chad saying the variety show book review, book club. We're gonna do book club.
Did you see? Okay, before we get into the portal class, did you see what Braden Fajoka said on Twitter, which is the reason Line Up LeBlanc is saying that?
Fuck Drew Brees.
Yeah, which is even more up Zombie Bob's alley than Drew Brees. But like, he's wrong. Like, he said that Roethlisberger and Josh Allen are better than Drew Brees. Like, it's not even fucking close.
The year that Drew Brees threw for 5,000 yards the first time Marcus Colston was hurt that most of that year. He threw for 5,000 yards. He didn't have 1,000-yard receiver on that.
He threw to
that
me
year.
and you.
Right.
He was throwing to me and you.
I mean, and then I saw, the Senior Bowl's going on, the draft is coming up. We're in that kind of that kind of season. But like the Saints never invested in wide receivers. Like literally, little Jordan Humphrey, who's now with Denver. Like I couldn't even tell you the guys that he was throwing to, but he could put that ball exactly where it was that these guys, could catch it.
Yes.
So it's not like he had, the all-stars at wide receiver week in and week out, season in, season out. Just didn't. Not Shining's a good one.
Chet says he was throwing to Walmart greeters. He basically was. So,
but yeah, right. I love Braden, and Braden's out there with some takes. But the Drew Brees slander missed me on that. Drew Brees came back in 2020, Chance, only because he found out that Tom Brady was going to come to the Saints in 2020 and hook up with Sean Payton. The 2019 Pro Bowl, back when there was a Pro Bowl,
there still is a Pro Bowl.
Nah, it's bullshit. It's a figure of its former self, right? A shadow of its former self. 2019, Russell Wilson was the NFC starter. He stepped aside so Drew Brees could be the starter in that bowl game, the Pro Bowl, because everybody knew he was leaving. And then, of course, he had to cock block us because he couldn't let Tom Brady come in and win a Super Bowl with his team and Sean Payton. Facts.
You done with your Drew Brees slander?
Yeah.
Anyway, Drew Brees, greatest player in the history of the New Orleans Saints. It's not even close.
Tyler Shuck.
It's not even close.
Tyler Shuck.
Anyway, are we ready? Chip,
cornerback Ricky Ray.
Chip, are we ready to talk about LSU?
Left tackle.
I've been ready.
Conrad Dobler, guard.
As I said, we're going to go position by position. You give me your impact player. Who's going to be the starter? Okay, there's 42 new players in the portal. There's 15 new high school recruits. There's returning starters. So we're going to go position by position. We're going to lead it off with the headline here. Quarterback. Who's your starting quarterback going into 2026? Chip, lead us off.
Obviously, Levitt if healthy. Question is, who's the backup?
That is the better question. Who is the backup? Zombie, who's going to be our starter?
Oh, Levitt when he's healthy. Not if he's healthy, when he's healthy. Landon Clark, QB2.
I actually like that prediction too.
No shade on Longstreet. I kind of like the moxie that Landon Clark has.
I think they both have moxie. You have to have moxie to come and compete for the number 2 job, though, right? But I mean, both are. I'm excited about either one of them, to be honest.
I think it's a blessing in disguise.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not a good thing, but it's a blessing in disguise that Levitt's going to miss spring, and then you can go ahead and get your backup quarterback situation settled in the spring. So then you go in the fall and you give Levitt all the work, and you know who your number 2 is going to be.
Yeah.
And I do like the fact that Landon Clark is going to have some experience going in there, and so
it's not. Longstreet's it's not gonna be easy.
No, but you're thinking they're going to split reps all through spring.
Yeah, they'll probably split reps 50-50 in the spring because you don't want either guy to transfer.
Well, you can't. There's only one transfer.
Oh, that is true. You can't transfer anymore.
Right.
Suck it. I don't think. I'll be honest. I don't think either one of them would until the next year, anyways. So.
I mean, let's jump ahead. When Weston Davis doesn't win the starting job.
Well, hold on, Zombie. We're going down an agenda, mister. I got to have my agenda. Don't go anything sideways on me. Okay? Now I forgot what I was saying.
QB1, QB2.
QB1, but what was Chip saying?
I said it's
neither one would transfer.
Yeah, I don't think either one would transfer anyways.
Yeah, I think they both did come here with the understanding that this was going to be a highly competitive place.
Sure.
And you're one play away, you know. Whether
But not only that, but that Levitt's missing the spring.
yes.
I don't know if Moscona said it or who said it, but like they anticipate maybe he can do some 7-on-7, but he's not really doing spring ball. So that's an easy selling point. To the other two.
Yes. All right, quarterback settled. We've all settled quarterback. Sam Levitt's going to start game 1 against Clemson. You heard it here first on the Geaux Team. Mark it down. Moving on, running back, Harlan Berry, Caden Durham. We don't need to discuss it, right?
We don't need to discuss it, but then who's the other guy behind him?
Jones.
Jones.
The power back. He was a top 10 back coming out of high school. Yes, I mean, it's not like Wisconsin's been anything to write home about the last 2 years. Probably bad O-line, I would assume. I haven't watched much Wisconsin.
No.
For the couple times they played Bama.
Right.
So I guess that's interesting. Like, who's going to be the guy after Durham and Berry?
Because we're assuming it's Durham.
And I hope those 3 other backs do well. You got the kid from
Gainey's the heavy guy, right? The like the bulldozer kind of guy. Is that correct? Yeah.
That's is that the kid from is Gainey?
South Florida?
Yeah, I think so.
No, Biff Poggi school, right?
Charlotte. That's it. I was thinking Green. Sorry.
Yeah, the other one's from Central Florida, and then the other one after that is the one from Utah.
Yes.
Yeah. But you see, that's the thing that we were talking about. Like, everything's pretty much wide open. This is a brand new staff, brand new roster for the most part. Yeah, like when you were talking about, okay, we're going to talk about this and, the portal class and the high school class and, those that were retained. I'm like, they kept anybody from last year?
You kept Harlan Berry.
They retained the ones that they wanted to absolutely needed to retain. Who was talking about Chance and
Durham
needing glasses? Who was the wide receiver that had
Dwayne Bowe?
Dwayne Bowe.
Yeah.
Dwayne Bowe. I was thinking Clayton, but it was Dwayne Bowe. Yeah.
He had eye surgery. Yep.
Yeah, because it hit him in the ball, hit him in the face, so the face mask, and then he had off-season LASIK surgery.
He caught 50% of the balls that were thrown to him, and they were all amazing. But he said he would catch the middle one. He saw 3.
That's
so another brother to the 3 of us from somebody we haven't talked to in a while, but always will be a brother to the 3 of us. Brother Spencer.
Oh. Of course.
Me and him used to go to every game back together back in those days, and every time Dwayne Bowe caught a pass, Spencer would go, "It's the LASIK! It's the LASIK!" His senior year, all he needed was the LASIK.
How is Spencer? Where is he these days?
I haven't talked to him, and we text every so often, but it's been a minute.
Shout out.
So, but he's living in New Orleans.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Daniel, tell the story real quick that y'all after graduation were coming to New York, and Spencer's mom was like, "Yeah, not a chance."
Well, she didn't know that. Yeah, she didn't know that I had a brother that was 19 years older than that because you were living in New York at the time.
On Long Island.
Yeah, so she just thought the 3 of us high school age kids are going to go visit Daniel's brother who's 2 or 3 years older. Yeah.
Right. Like, yeah. So I'm like,
but you called her.
Yeah. I'm like, ma'am, I'm 100 years old. I'm married. This is how old my son is. This is how old my daughter is. Live in the suburbs on Long Island. I'll send you a picture of my driver's license.
Good old
Jane ran that house. She had 3 boys. She ran that house with an iron fist.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't cross her. So the good old days. Anyway,
good old days.
Here's the position group. All right, running back, we're settled. Harlan Berry, Durham, then guys after that.
Jones
after that.
I like
y'all agree with
that. Yeah.
The position group that is probably the most up in the air. Wide receiver. You're bringing in 9 guys. This could really go any which way. I
had to make a new line for it because I have 8 that could start, in my opinion.
The assignment I gave was 3 because I do think you could split hairs and go 4 wide receivers and, but let's just for the sake of this go with the 3 that we think are going to start because we know Trey Green's going to be on the field.
The only issue I have with that, I just put 8 just because I wrote down 8. I wasn't going to say 8. Like I was.
No, I know what you were saying. That's what I'm just saying.
He's going to play like 8.
Oh, you're definitely going to rotate a lot.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think a lot of guys are going to play.
Who's going to be the first 3 on the field versus Clemson? I'll go first on this one if you want.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll go ahead and take a stand. Okay. I did it by I visualized this as like different types of receivers because I think you could split hairs well, I tried to actually split hairs and try to decide which ones do I think are going to start based on, okay, this is an outside receiver, this is a slot guy, and then it's kind of an all-purpose guy. And so I kind of did it that way. And then what I struggled with, like Chip's saying, there's so many guys, like I like Watkins, but when I broke it down different ways, like I think Wilson's going to start over him. So I've got Trey Wilson starting. I got Jace Brown starting. And then I think there's got to be a big outside receiver. So there's got to be a big target on the outside. And so then I kind of was splitting hairs between, I didn't write him down. What's the guy from Old Dominion's name?
Trey Brown.
Trey Brown. Sorry, because of Trey Wilson. That's why I was
Trey Brown is, I believe he's like 6'1", 180.
But I actually ended up going Jackson Harris instead of Trey Brown. So my starting 3, because of different abilities, is Jace Brown from K-State, Eugene Trey Wilson from Florida, and then Jackson Harris from Hawaii, because I think you need that big body target on the outside. And then Wilson's kind of your slot guy. So that's what I came up with. But I don't think there's a wrong answer. That's just the way I came up with it.
No. You want to go next, Zombie, or you want me to?
No, you can go.
I put Trey Wilson in there, obviously. Brown from K-State, not Trey, but I put Winnie Watkins just because familiarity.
That's what I struggled with the most.
Those are my 3. However, I think Mothershed's going to play because I think he's going to block. Huge. He's 6'4", 2 something.
Right. And this is all SEC name.
Jackson can fly, and I don't think he drops anything. And then, man, Trey Brown looks so fluid. And I think LC is a kind of like Mothershed. He's going to go out. He's another big wide receiver.
Malik, yeah.
And I think Barber and Mack will get some chances as freshmen. So,
and you're not wrong with any of those things. I agree with everything you're saying.
To break down just 3.
It's so tough because all these guys have experience. It really comes down to who's going to like fit into the system.
Right.
And then that's where I kicked myself because I had Watkins on the outside, but that's because I liked Wilson more than I liked Watkins and I had him playing the same position, but I don't know.
Yeah. But the 3 are going to be interchangeable though. I mean, to a certain extent.
Yeah.
Depending on what you're doing and formations and stuff. I mean, Jace Brown and Trey Wilson, I think obviously. I went with Watkins just because he was in the system. And maybe just has that leg up on the other guys as everybody's trying to feel it out and, get on the same page with the coaching staff. But, they're going to rotate so much. And I meant to do this. I didn't get to it. But how many wide receivers caught balls last year at Ole Miss?
Ooh.
I mean, I should have checked it. But it's not 4. You know what I'm saying? It's got to be close to double that, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Well, because Winnie only had about 300. I mean, he played half of every game because
he was like their 5th or 6th wide receiver.
Let me pull up last year's.
I want to say because I remember Ole Miss fans saying that on Twitter. Oh, our 5th wide receiver is who you
Yeah, right.
Yeah. But people graduate. They don't understand that and transfer like they did over.
I mean, get logic out of here, Chip.
Lee transferred like 2 days later. Caden Lee transferred, and he would have came here. Oops.
Where's he at?
He didn't have any spots left.
Oops, there it is. Oops, there it is.
All right, next.
All right, offensive line, left tackle. Is anybody going to disagree on this one?
No,
No,
you
it's your
can't.
backup though.
I didn't do backups. I just did
I
starters.
did backups. I think it'll be Sprinkles.
Tompkins?
Well, the
Sprinkles.
assignment, well, not to get bogged down in the weeds, the assignment was starters. Because then you could end up going into all 42 guys. And
Yeah, man, it'd take me 2 seconds. I have it written down.
I'll say it then, Chip, because since you did the homework, I'll give it to you. You get extra credit for this.
Yeah, I'd say Seton, Sprinkles, and Stray. Those are going to be your.
Who is your? Well, I'm going to jump over to right guard next.
Okay.
Right guard's pretty settled. Those two are settled.
Yes, that's why I'm going left tackle. Then I'm jumping to right guard because how do we say his name? Alu
Bah.
Alu. Alu, is that how we say it? First
Do
name?
you think he's definitely going to be right? Because I have him as left.
Yes, he started both years at right guard.
Okay. I could totally see them shoring up that left side, though. But if he's already started at right guard, because I thought he also played some tackle in college as well.
In theory, everybody is a right-handed running team. And so you want to put your better run blockers on the right side, in theory. And so since this guy's already played right guard, then there's also a theory that you want. I mean, there's so many different theories you could go with this. You want to balance your line. So if like your second best guy is your right guard, your best guy is your left tackle, but then your center is probably actually your second best guy. But since he's started 2 years at right guard, that's why I think he's the
for
right
sure.
guard.
I agree with that 100%. And I have Tompkins or Thomas backing him. I mean, you can go either or.
Yeah.
And Tompkins at every position on the O-line.
So jumping over to left guard, who do you think is going to be the left guard?
So this I'm going to put Devin Harper.
That's who I have as well, because I
really?
have familiarity in the system.
Familiarity. And I think, I mean, by all accounts, he's really good. So
Yeah, and he played some this year there.
And what they said
So
he was
familiar.
a starter.
Yeah,
I'm sure people tell you he was never going to play, but
I put Solomon Thomas at left guard.
I could see that too. I could see Solomon. I think Solomon Thomas is going to be either your first backup or he's going to play. I mean,
oops, coming at you already, Chip. Just FYI.
yeah, sure thing, dude.
What did he say?
There's zero logic in your thinking, so I don't really.
He said Devin Harper didn't play at all this year.
5 games. Why don't you go check that? Oops. How do I know more than you do?
Well, because he's a Mississippi State fan, right?
Oops, we just appreciate that you're here, and I know that you appreciate us, that we're probably one of 2 podcasts that you haven't been blocked on or from or by.
And just if it was up to me, oops, I'd block you. So,
He played in 6 games.
and you, I think you're a
6.
horrible human being, like every other Ole Miss
How many
fan.
did he start? Okay.
He played in 6 games as a true freshman.
There were 10 wide receivers, not, just strictly wide receivers that caught balls last year in Ole Miss's offense.
10. There you go.
10. Not counting tight ends, running backs. Actually, Chambliss caught a pass himself. So, yeah.
There you go.
So 10 wide receivers. So, yeah. So, I think going back, just touching on that, Jace Brown, Trey Wilson for sure. And then it just goes, from there. So,
Zombie, who do you have at left guard?
at left guard, I have Solomon Thomas.
That's the other hot name.
Yeah.
I just think he's behind the 8 ball when it comes to Harper, in my opinion. Obviously, we don't know Dick. He's behind the 8 ball because even though he's at LSU, new coach, new offense.
I got
Harper's
Harper at right tackle ahead of Weston Davis.
Okay, so then circle over to right tackles. Okay, Zombie Bob's got Harper at right tackle.
Right tackle.
She can play that position.
I've got Weston Davis.
I got Weston Davis as well.
I heard, and I don't remember where I heard this, so take it with a grain of salt, that the remaining coaches on staff went out of their way to recommend to Kiffin and the new offensive staff, you want to keep Weston Davis. So,
And Curious Kern, but he left anyway, right?
no, actually, the staff was very low on Curious
No.
Kern.
He said, keep Kern, and it's going to be a big loss if he leaves and goes elsewhere, especially if he left and went to Ole Miss, right?
Supposedly, Curious Kern was very immature and was making demands about playing time. So now, but not to be an Ole Miss fan and just piss on everybody who left. But that's what the rumor was on Kern.
Darius Stearns is a guard though, so hopefully he plays tackle over there.
Listen, if he would have came back, I'd pencil him in at left guard. If he would have came back,
right?
But I don't think he's a tackle, and I think so.
Yeah,
what it is. So, defensive side of the football.
We haven't done center yet.
Center's Braylon Moore.
Moore and Satterwhite is the backup, and Satterwhite can also play guard.
Satterwhite can go around, yeah.
Tight end, Chip.
Tight end is Green. Backup Malachi will play a lot, and Grace will be another blocker.
You see, I like Grace.
I like Grace too.
I like Grace. He's going to bring some physicality.
Yeah.
Remember when didn't we have that one run for like 50, 60 yards with Hollenberry and Aaron was his blocker. Didn't you see the last play? Y'all spoiled. There's nothing wrong with our. Didn't you see the last play?
That was Durham.
Yes.
Oh, whatever.
But he's right about what he said.
Fuck BK.
Yeah, I'd rather Oops than BK.
I don't know, man. I think I'm gonna go time out and change into black because, like, I don't know if I can do this without G Moose. Like, I'm legitimately concerned about his well-being.
Did you message him on Twitter?
Yeah, and nothing back.
Okay,
maybe he's working. Maybe
he's working.
Working. There's no open houses this late at night.
Shit, maybe there's.
You never know. Maybe a closing's going long. Man's trying to get paid. Anyway, defensive side of the football. We ready, Chip? Defense?
Yeah. Name the position.
Let's go DNs first.
Okay. Who's your starting two? I think a lot of people are going to play another position. Obviously, I think my two. Do you want to go first? Or you want me to?
I can go first. I've got obviously Prince Will. Ulmialelen, however we say his name.
Obviously.
Do we know how to properly say his last name yet?
Prince Will.
I just call him Prince Will.
Prince Will Ulmialelen.
Oops probably knows. Oops, tell us the best way to
Yeah, give us a pronunciation guide, Oops. Yeah. Prince Will, and then the other defensive end, I'm going Gabe Relaford.
I think too. And I have Ross and Shanklin coming in as backups. Henderson playing as a freshman. Then you got Carpenter, Jawline, Avi.
Ross is the more highly recruited guy, but the existing staff, staying on the defensive side, they were high on Relaford. It'll be year 3 for Relaford with the same coaches. It's just whether or not he can come back from that injury. So
remember that injury? I was like, man,
I got Ross for left defensive end.
Then you also have Prince Will, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
I like those guys.
Umen me Ellen. Isn't that what I was saying? Close.
Ellen.
Umen me Ellen.
Yeah.
Umen me Ellen.
Well, in all fairness, and like that's a great point, but in all fairness, Kern was the number 2 offensive tackle in the portal. Yeah, so like a little subjective.
Well, it's hard. I said this going into the portal. It's skill players, quarterbacks, dime a dozen in the portal. Linemen don't move around as much in the portal. You don't see as many defensive tackles. You don't see as many defensive ends. You don't see as many offensive linemen in the portal.
Texas Tech.
Who did Texas Tech get?
And their whole defensive line was their whole team was portal guys.
Well, I mean the quality guys.
Bailey's going in the first round. Bailey's going in the top 7.
So
if Bailey, no. But a defensive line coach was named defensive line coach of the year. I don't know.
But you're listing specific guys. I'm saying as a whole, there's just not the depth in the portal in the trenches as there is with the skill guys that just move around.
Right.
Quarterbacks.
Quarterbacks are a dime a dozen. You don't need to recruit high school quarterbacks anymore because you're guaranteed to go get a starter out of the portal because you can just go get Elon's starting quarterback and you're set.
Right.
Like, why develop a guy? You know?
And he's better than a Brandon Harris starting as a freshman. You know?
Yeah, or me and friend of the program, Cassidy, were talking about this last night. Like, would Ohio State have won the national championship if they wouldn't have started a freshman at quarterback? If they would have gone a portal route, and I think Sayan was a portal kid, but he was a portal kid as a true freshman.
Kind of. I don't know how you consider that. But yeah, I guess you could. I mean, you could theoretically say portal, but I mean, he left after Saban. He was at Alabama for what?
Yeah, he never played. If they would have gone and gotten an experienced quarterback, would Ohio State, because they were good everywhere else, would they have won the national championship? But instead, they developed a guy. But now they're set up for next year.
True.
But this past season, they weren't as good because they were taking their lumps with a freshman quarterback. So,
did Bama play Ohio State for doing that?
All Things Go says congratulations on being. I don't remember. I was texting him. I don't remember, or direct messaging him. I don't remember the first couple nights we went live on X. We had issues. I thought it was because the account wasn't premium, but. Chip, do you remember why we had issues?
I do vaguely remember that now. Just saying, God, it seems so long ago now.
Yeah, it was. It was only what? August.
Everybody needs to listen to All Things Go. He does a great job.
Seems like a long time ago. All Things Go. Congrats on the podcast tonight. You were live. I popped in when I was in wardrobe, getting dressed, getting ready for the show.
Get your hair and makeup done.
Yeah, costume fitting. I saw you on X, so there was no I saw it on X, but Chip and Daniel was surprised. I think y'all caught it on YouTube.
Yeah, I think he had the YouTube link on X. I think that's what you hit, Zombie. Zombie's not a technology guy.
No, so
you were watching it on YouTube.
New podcast you can get on, by the way. All Things Go. As soon as you get,
and look, we'll have to do a crossover collaboration.
Boot his ass off. Once you get enough people. Oops, I'm just kidding. I actually really like you.
All Things Go says it was a freaking disaster. Lost our producer 2 hours before. The first episode we ever did of this 8 years ago. Zombie, do you remember who our first producer was supposed to be?
Rocky?
No.
Somebody we're related to.
Oh, I know who it was. I remember.
It was it was supposed to be your son.
Yeah, I remember that.
You don't remember the first one we ever recorded was me, and Trey?
We were at my office. I remember that.
Yeah.
And what was he going to do?
Trey was going to edit the episode. And then he was fiddle farting around and it took him like a week. And I was like, fuck it, let's just do another one and I'll edit it.
Yeah.
Zombie doesn't remember. But
no, I literally on my phone, I have the picture of the microphone. The first time I was behind, I don't want to upset anybody saying the golden microphone, referencing Rush Limbaugh, but I have that picture. I'm like, greatest day of my fucking life.
Lion Up says Zombie has been very active on X of late. He's a technology king. I think you're noticing it more because shout out to our friends with the No Media, which we're a part of now. They gave Zombie a little tip on his. I actually knew that, but I didn't.
Did you? I've never even seen it.
I knew that. Okay, so Zombie is the king of quote tweets. So if he sees something he likes. He's going to send it to somebody via a quote tweet.
Right.
But I knew it didn't show up on your timeline, but I still thought it was out there.
Right.
But Chris with the No was telling Zombie that, hey, all you got to do is put some character in front of it and it's going to show up as a tweet on your timeline where if I tag just at Chip, only Chip is going to see it.
Oh.
So Zombie has started to put a period in front of the people that he's tagging. So now it shows up on his timeline and on his feed. So Zombie has always been tweeting very heavily, but the only person who's been seeing it is me and Zombie. But now it's out there for everybody else to see.
What was the thing that Michael Scott always did? What did he like? He's like, forwards, king of the forwards.
King of the forwards.
You can teach an old dog new tricks. Who's saying Zombie Bob's an old guy?
I don't know. Not the lady with the white hair in that photo, huh?
I'm not touching that comment.
Well, look, you can say whatever you want
of
tonight. You can say whatever you want. There's no legal disclaimer tonight. We're
All right, are we on to defense?
We're on to defensive tackle.
Okay.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, thank God. G Moose, watch from the beginning, later tonight, tomorrow, whatever. I don't know. 20 minutes ago, I'm like, I can't
Forwarded
go
the
further.
beach
Like,
pics
my
to
head's not
Jane.
in the game. I'm legitimately worried about G Moose. I hit you up on Twitter. I'm like, dude, you okay? Like, all points bulletin was going to be issued. I mean, look, we got all things go, Chet, Chads, oops, G Moose. These are the OGs. These are our ride or dies. So,
Yeah, daughter had a late soccer game on senior night.
and somebody in the chat said you were at the strip club with
good
clients.
Hell yeah. Congratulations to your
Congratulations. Absolutely. Hopefully they won.
Yes. Defensive tackle. Who's going to start at defensive tackle?
Look at my boy. No. Look at my boy lining up LeBlanc, putting together 1 and 1 and 1 and 1 and 1 is 3. Well, here's 2 of 3, so there's got to be a 1, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Shout out, Lions. Shout out. This is a close call.
Chet says without legal disclaimer, we've had some close calls. I've definitely not thrown up all comments. Oh, Chip's old alma mater. Chip was a Fountain kid.
Really?
Fountain Junior High.
Oh, okay.
Mom taught there.
Chip, defensive tackle. Who you got starting at defensive tackle?
So it's going to be a tough one. I got McKinley and Green, and then as your 1B and is Anderson and Blockton, I think will be the two guys that, I mean, they're pretty much going to start too. I think Anderson will play a lot.
I do think it was big that we lost Mathis.
Yeah, I didn't like that we lost Mathis. I wanted him. I think Brown will play too, though. I think Brown, I have him down here as well.
Like, I would have had Mathis in the 2 deep. I also think it's going to be Green and McKinley with Blockton being the 3rd guy.
Yeah, I do too. And I think Anderson will play by the end of the year. But you know what? I
just wish you had Mathis in that 4th spot, and I'd feel really good.
Gerald, though. You get Gerald. That'll help.
Yeah.
Deuce will get some PT, I think.
You got some young guys. You've got talent. I really liked Mathis last year. I was really disappointed he left.
Achilles Woods as I went again with the all SEC name. I went with Achilles Woods in the 2 deep.
Forgot about Woods. Yeah, it's right. The kid from Alabama, Birmingham. Yeah.
Is Sean Washington still on the team?
Yes.
Sean Washington.
See, we don't call him the historian for nothing, man. Chip knows.
Well, no, actually, Chance is the one that came up, but he is on the squad.
Does Lamar play both ways?
Oh, yeah.
AC Ducey?
I think he is. I think he's an offensive lineman because I think he's a top 5 pick.
I have him at D end. I have him at D end right now.
I wouldn't be surprised if he plays as a freshman on the defensive side of the ball and then moves to the offensive side of the ball next year. Okay. He says he's open to both. He's not a kid that's saying, I want to play defense.
Well, if he wants to make some money when he there's a
lot of money to be made on that offensive side.
Old Nick Saban was good at telling, hey, you know what you'll make a lot of money off of, though, if you go to defensive end, Marcus.
Yeah, Marcus Spears wanted to catch touchdowns.
Right. Well, he did. He did.
And he did. But he said you'll make a lot more money on the defense side.
Right.
So.
Yeah, and he went in the first round, like 20th or something, in the 20s to Dallas, right?
Yeah. He was the first round. So, linebacker. We have Whit Weeks returning.
I don't know. Really that guy, that transfer from Ole Miss is such a liability. I don't think he's any good. Reading everything on the X machine, like they're pretty glad that he left.
So if he doesn't start for LSU, then that means LSU would have to turn to what was Keys, he was the 5th
Devon
leading
Keys.
tackler in the
Mhm.
SEC,
Yeah.
or returning, or something like that.
So he's a top 3, like Daughtery. Daughtery is number 1.
Daughtery's number 1. So
like
you have,
Daughtery because he made sex tapes apparently or something. Okay, well that's a crime. Who cares?
I mean, who did?
Unless
legal
it's
disclaimer.
one, if the girl knows, who cares?
Oops says he's so glad Daughtery is playing for LSU. We are too, because that sure as hell shores up our linebacking core. So now we have depth. We got a lot of young guys. They were able to bring back a lot of those freshmen too.
Yeah, Breaker.
You see, the thing about it, I mean, 41 guys in the portal. There's only like 5 or 6. It's a small number, relatively speaking, to the size of the class, that are only one and done, that have, only 1 year left. So like the vast majority, it's playing experience and years of eligibility left. And so it's not completely mercenary across the board where it's all, you got 7 guys on your defense and they're one and done and then into the draft and gone because they're out of eligibility. So I think they were very strategic and smart about the way they put together that portal class.
We're not used to that at LSU, but yes, I think they were.
Oops says people love to talk about how many tackles Daughtery has. None of them are tackles for a loss. Oops, check out how Blake Baker plays his defensive scheme. I bet you Daughtery's going to have some tackles for a loss because Blake Baker is the definition of aggressive, especially with his linebackers. Almost too aggressive.
Way too aggressive sometimes.
So,
all right, but again, the last comment of Oops has up there. If that was indeed correct, why was he the leading? Why was he playing?
Why was he your leading tackler?
Why was he your leading tackler, the SEC leading tackler?
He only
if he was so small and got washed away in the run game every time. Why is Portal Pete? Pete does what Pete does, which is tampering. But why was he the starter?
I'd rather have him than Luke Farrelly. That's for sure.
Oh yeah.
So
he's a good locker room guy.
That's not going to cause any issues. All right, secondary. We're good on linebacker. Secondary. Okay, really, the question could be safety or defensive back position. At corners, we know we're bringing back Pickett and we're bringing back Woodward. You're bringing back Cooley. You're bringing back Spears. So there's one spot that's really open.
But it's not.
But it's not really open.
But it's not really open.
As me and Chip were talking about earlier, I mean, really the question should be which position is he playing? Not is Benefield starting? Is he starting at star? Or is he starting I heard that Cooley is moving to star. That yes. But I could definitely see Benefield playing that. So
right. But
Chip, I think Chip agrees with you, Zombie.
But I think you can see a scenario where they move around.
I have Benefield and Jim Coyley backing him up at the star.
I do love me some Jim Coyley.
Oh God, yeah. Fuck yeah. Fucking love Jim Coyley.
Tell us why you love him, Chip.
Dude, Jim Coyley is my shit.
He's big.
I love a 35 on the ACT type of guy.
Big, fast, smart kid.
Yeah, very smart.
G Moose, I just saw this comment. Ole Miss has designed a new defense. It's called the Tamper too. That's pretty good. I'm stealing that and I'm using that on Twitter. Excellent. Awesome. That's excellent content.
Just credit G Moose. I saw it. Well, G Moose, here we are approaching 60 minutes in, and I know that you were late and your daughter had the soccer game and everything that they're doing fabulous in the state, ranked 4th in the nation. But hey, none of the other guys raised the banner, carried the flag for give Zombie Bob control of the chat.
No, Chet said it earlier.
Earlier tonight?
Yeah. I thought you were keeping an eye on the chat, Zombie.
Chet, I apologize, brother.
I'm 99% sure I saw that earlier.
Yeah, Chet.
Somebody definitely said it.
It was Chet. I saw it.
Because they were talking about technology.
Well, I mean, No.
Who's your backup?
No. We're not there yet. I mean,
He's gotta
let's
find it in the
just.
chat.
I was going to bring it up in post production. Transfer portal's not closed for podcasting because All Things Go said that I could have control of the chat if I went over to them.
Oh, was it All Things Go? Is that who it was? Chet says, let him highlight the messages.
Exactly. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you.
Hey, Zombie, can you see that? I just highlighted that message. Can you see it?
I can see it.
You see that it's highlighted?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm just going to randomly.
It's like a pale blue.
Yeah. I'm just going to start highlighting things.
Well, I saw Tampa 2 like 7 minutes ago.
Well, if you were to highlight it, maybe.
I don't have that.
I could actually give you that.
Exactly.
But I worry that you're going to not be able to log into it.
I'm here, aren't I?
Next time I'm there, I'll set you up. How about that?
We'll see. Okay.
Kicker, punter, long
I didn't even
snapper?
do special teams.
Who's your third?
Chip did special credit, extra credit.
Yeah,
so Chip, you give us that.
I'm keeping the Tennessee.
The Tennessee.
I think it'll be the kid from Arkansas will be our kicker, and the punter will be what's his name? What was our punter last year? I think
Chadwick.
I think
you don't think it'll be the kid from Florida?
Mm-mm.
No, it's got to be the kid from Florida.
No way. Chadwick's one of the best punters in the country.
I also feel the same way that Chance feels, that as the resident filibuster, work in the chat might be a little too much for Zombie. It's already enough work being the moderator and keeping him on point.
I'm on point, and I got all my notes. I mean, I did go. I was thinking Dylan Carpenter. I have his name right here.
Chip mentioned Dylan Carpenter.
Yeah, he's like this. I think he'll get some PT. Obviously,
Lineup LeBlanc says Carpenter. You got to respect the kid for staying there.
Oh, absolutely. I love Carpenter. Wonderful kid. What do you?
I wish they would have moved him to tight end.
He looks like a tight end. He looked like a Lane Kiffin tight end.
And I'm not just saying that because he's white. Like he looks like a kid that would be a blocking tight end.
Zach Grace guy.
Yeah, I think he's going to be like that. He looks athletic too. He looks like he can get up there and go. I mean, he fucks. Hey,
we did want the Ole Miss kicker.
Who do you think
The Ole Miss kicker is fantastic.
Yeah,
not going to deny that.
Both of them, even the back.
But you just paid $400,000 for him
because of us.
Yeah.
Who do you think will be the third corner? I got Jackson. Just FYI, I thought he came around third.
Yes, I agree with that.
Well, I think he'll
Jakeem?
play.
Jakeem Jackson from Florida. Yes.
Yep. Nailed it.
He had some highlights at the end of the year. I was really impressed.
Also, I starred Finney. Don't sleep on him. He'll get some PT next year.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he's still got the speedster from John Curtis Michael Turner, world-class speed. Wears neon cleats. He's the man.
That $400K won you the Super Bowl, but you were paying Sugar Bowl, but you were paying him $50K last year.
Right. Yeah. How much were they paying Chambliss last year?
$60K. I don't even know.
Oops, might know.
Oops.
There it is. Anything else with a portal?
Charles Ross.
Fast.
No, Charles Ross is
I think
it depends on how you do it. Do you have an abundance of safeties that can play star? Do you have linebackers that can play star? You cross them over, mix them up?
I think they'd rather go with a safety, a more person that can move a little better than what did this year. Not that Harold Perkins was bad at it. He was good at it. Which is impressive that Harold Perkins can move like that as a linebacker. But I think Benefield and Jim Coyley fit what they're trying to do better.
Correct. I think you limited yourself by putting Harold Perkins at star. Mm-hmm. And part of me is like, I wish Harold Perkins was still around. He's a great player. Thank you for your service.
I'd take him.
But I'm glad he's moving on because it was such a round peg in a square hole. You could never really figure it out because I mean, he had 3 games that were absolutely electric as a freshman, but then that year, Jimbo Fisher carved him alive
Right.
against A&M that year.
He just ran at him.
Ran at him, threw at him, did everything right at him.
Yeah.
And then ever since then, you've been chasing those 3 games for
As a freshman, right?
He was pretty good his sophomore year, though. People don't give him credit for that year.
But he was moving back and forth between positions.
Yeah,
that was his best year in coverage. But then his junior year, he tore that ACL, and I just don't think he was as good coming off that ACL.
I think he had, 3 or 4 picks this year, though, didn't he? He was pretty good.
Guy's a playmaker. You just wasn't playing in position.
I'd like him back on the team, but unfortunately, I know he's.
But what is he in at the next level? What is he in the NFL? Strictly
going to be a linebacker.
A pass rush specialist?
No, because he's not big enough.
No, he's going to be an off-the-ball linebacker.
He's going to have to be. And that was my whole point was like, or that wasn't, I mean, like I have a point. But like he's going to have to play linebacker at the next level. Like you might as well learn it now. Now you're going to learn it against NFL offensive linemen?
I thought it was bad that we took him off, and I liked him playing middle linebacker. I know that's crazy. People would, but that's his position.
Yeah.
That's his position. Imagine if he had Cooley at star this year.
Yeah.
You know?
So.
Sure.
Moving on, gentlemen. Moving on to our heated topic of the night. LSU men's basketball last night loses to Mississippi State 80-66.
In all fairness, Mississippi State's ranked in the top 10.
No, they have 10 wins.
They had lost 5 in a row going into that game.
But they were favored at the PMAC.
Let's start off with the good
No,
news.
they were a 7.5-point dog at the PMAC.
Yeah. Hey,
let's start off about the good news.
Did we outscore them in the second half? Moral victory? McMoral?
Can we start off with the good news?
Sure.
Yeah.
As promised on Tuesday night's episode, Daniel decided to make the trek to the PMAC. I bought a ticket on StubHub for $8.03 after tax. And I went and got in line at 4:55. Tip-off was 6 o'clock. So that I could get one of these lovely Shaq statues. This thing's fabulous, man. This was a hell of a giveaway.
Is it heavy or
But then you stayed and you supported the men's basketball program.
I stayed long enough to walk in, take a picture from mid-court, about 10 rows up, and then I walked right out and walked home.
And you're the reason why now there's a student policy.
I'm not the reason, but I do find it funny that today LSU put out a statement about fans going to the game strictly for the giveaways. And that students in particular will get their tickets pulled from them for the rest of the season if they walk in, get a giveaway, and then turn around and leave. What does that say about the state of the basketball program? Like,
I love it. I've been asking for this for years. I fucking hate people that don't stay at games.
So how do you feel about this, Chip?
It's my issue with white women. They don't stay at games. They shouldn't be allowed in there.
Yeah, $8.03.
For this is good for 8. I mean, this is heavy.
No
man.
shit.
This is like granite down here.
Okay.
God, how much money did we waste on that?
Hey, Chip, I'll sell it to you for $25.
Suck my cock.
You know, for $8, you could have gone and got it.
I have an actual Shaquille O'Neal action figure of him dunking a ball with him in a purple and a gold.
This is a replica of the statue outside.
It is cool. I like it. It's cool. I like it. I don't know if
speaking of the poor state of the LSU basketball program, Zombie, where is this statue relative to the PMAC?
Outside.
Where outside the PMAC?
Outside. I already answered the question.
Do you know where, though, specifically?
No.
Yeah, no. I'm not saying this is a joke to you. I'm saying this is how poorly planned the statue was. It's on the fucking backside of the PMAC. So you know how the PMAC faces Tiger Stadium, and there's this great little area right out front of the PMAC. Great place to put a fucking statue right next to Mike the Tiger's cage. No, we're going to put it on the backside of the PMAC where nobody fucking goes that way because it's the basketball practice facility over there. That's LSU basketball for you.
When did this one go up? This go up before the Fat AD? Sorry if you like him. I apologize.
Simone Augustus is back there too, and Bob Pettit has a statue back there, right?
Yeah, so all
Pistol Pete doesn't have one?
Pistol Pete's got the fucking building named after him.
Yeah, but
okay, get him a statue.
Can't give him a statue.
I agree with that.
Statue first, Kim Mulkey or Joe Burrow?
How does Joe Burrow not have a statue?
Doesn't fit the mold. Anyways.
LSU is poor when it comes to statues.
Yeah.
Listen, how does Jay Johnson not have a statue?
He's still coaching.
Nick Saban had one at Alabama when he was still
That's
coaching.
Alabama. Well, plus he had, Jay's
Joe
on
Pa had one
right now.
Joe Pa, I guess that's the reason why.
Skip Bertman has one. Paul Maneri should have one, regardless of how you feel about Paul Maneri at the end. He should have had one because he won a national championship.
I think
so if you have one of Bertman, you have one of Maneri, and you should have one of Jay Johnson right there too.
But you don't have Maneri.
Exactly. You should. LSU's terrible when it comes to statues.
Yeah, but should Les Miles have one for winning a natty? Should Ogeron? Can we rename the golf greens the Brian Kelly Killed a Kid golf greens?
You win a natty.
This is a complicated question. When
you would have won a natty, I would say Brian Kelly Killed a Kid needs a statue. But he didn't win a natty.
And won a natty. Brian Kelly Killed a Kid and won a natty. But he was too busy golfing.
Okay, so the whole statue thing, this goes back to my issue with retiring Charles Alexander. Once you set the bar at a certain level, so like you set the bar at Billy Cannon having a statue. So that means Joe Burrow needs one. That means Jaden Daniels needs one. Right. Paul Dietzel doesn't have a statue. So I would say no to Nick Saban, no to Les Miles, no to Ed Orgeron. But Skip Bertman has one. Now you can make the argument that Skip Bertman obviously has five. Paul Maneri doesn't deserve one. But LSU's just bad when it comes to statues in general.
If you win a Heisman Trophy or a national championship as a coach and you win a Heisman as a player, you deserve a statue.
Chip, this one's up your alley. If anyone deserves a statue, it's Pat Henry.
My dad would love you, Chance. Good friend of my dad.
Chip's dad, 22 state championships in track in high school.
More than that.
How many?
More than that. 28.
28.
28.
It's a lot.
Coach Woody, shout out.
Jamarcus Russell was a hell of a college player.
But he didn't win a natty though. He didn't win a Heisman.
He would take a linebacker or a defensive end off the edge that got around the tackle, and he would just kind of, Leonard Fournette with Ole Miss kind of just flip him, and then
Charles Dakin.
He was so fucking big. What was he? 6'7"?
Remember that?
250, 260. How big was Jamarcus?
Dude, a lot of players on those teams could take out linebackers. Remember Dwayne Bowe just laying people out, linebackers. Right. And Michael Clayton.
Yeah. So,
all right, let's go back to Matt McMahon. Daniel and I were talking about this today, and you said that McMahon was terrible at Murray State. However,
he was the losingest coach in the last 30 years for Murray State basketball because he had 3 good seasons. 2 of them were with Ja Morant, and then he had 2 losing seasons.
153 and 67 overall, which is a 695 clip. Conference, he was 93 and 31, which is a 750 clip.
Should you get a statue if you go 15 and 50 in the SEC? That's really hard to do, I feel like.
No, not at LSU. He's 57
in the basement.
61 at 483. His conference is at 242. He's 15 and 27.
Oh, no, 50. He's worse than that, dude. He's 15 and like 50. 16 and 50, something.
And
Chip keeps adding the SEC tournament games, which actually improve his
winning percentage. We had this one the other night.
Okay, so then if it's not tournament games, then he's 15 and 48.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. So he has 43 double-digit losses. 43.
Jeez. So out of
If
50 something.
you even do even worse, since January of 2023, he has 43 double-digit losses.
Wait, did you say his winning percentage at Murray State was like 190 games? That's not right. He was only there 5 years.
153 and 67 at Murray State.
No, he was only there 5 years.
That's
Sounds
what I
right.
had,
I mean,
man.
you do what,
Hold on, Lars.
You sure you're not counting his
Hold on. I'm going to go back to the tape. Back to the tape.
That can't be right.
Hold on, Larry.
The math ain't mathing.
Coaching career.
He was actually at Murray State more years than I thought. He was there 7 years.
So
And he had 3 losing seasons in
Out of
7
how many?
years. In 7 seasons.
said 4 good ones, 3 losing ones.
Yeah.
2015, 16, 16, 17, 17, 18, 18, 19, 19, 20, 20, 21, 21, 22. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 seasons, 153 wins, 67 losses, 93 and 31 in conference.
69. He won 69% of his games at Murray State.
Yeah, 69.5.
The year before that was, hold on. Was it Steve Prom was before that. Steve Prom.
He also wait, where'd he go? He ended up going somewhere. Prom
It doesn't have his winning percentage yet, but he went 31-2, 21-10, 23-11, 29-6.
Was he at Maryland?
Murray State's a basketball powerhouse. And in 7 years, Matt McMahon had 3 losing seasons there. So his run at Murray State was not as good as it was advertised when he was hired.
Well, if he had 3 losing, I mean, a 695 overall winning percentage and a 750 in conference, even if you had 3 losing seasons, and then your 4 good ones were very, very good.
Yes, because he had John Morant for 2 of them. Maybe 3 of them. How many years, Chip?
2. 2.
My point is, at Murray State, he was Curly Hallman to Brett Favre, Matt McMahon, John Morant.
Yeah, but when did he lose Morant?
Lost Morant in 18 was his senior year.
And then he had 2 losing seasons after
18 and
that.
19.
No.
His
In
last
2019,
year,
2020, he was 23-9. And then 2020, 2021, he was 13-3. And then his last year, he was 31-3. He was 18-0 his last year at Murray State.
yes, his last year at Murray State was good. And that based on that one season was the reason Scott Woodward hired him.
Yeah, well, I mean, maybe, but like you still can't have a 750 winning percentage in conference over 7 years and say it's one
You
season.
think Scott did his due diligence and checked 7 years beforehand? Absolutely not. That dude checked, hey, who are the top 10 coaches on the board? Let's see what the best one I can get by throwing this much money out at him.
All he said was, all right, who's the big name mid-major team that's in
That's what
the
I'm going
NCAA tournament right now? I'm going with Matt McMahon.
Oh shit! Sorry.
But yeah, if he'd have looked at Murray State was a team that made the NCAA tournament. They make it 15 times out of 20 years. They make it every year. And so Matt McMahon made it at a lesser clip than any of their previous coaches. Like, he inherited the program and he was moderately successful there. But that based on that one season was the reason that Woodward hired him, because he decided to get rid of the coach that was actually consistently taking us to the NCAA tournament.
Well, he had 5 first place finishes.
Nah, Daniel, he sucks, right? He sucks at North Carolina State. Apparently, he has their best record.
He had four first place finishes.
5.
But Zombie, you're missing the point here. Murray State is good every year in basketball.
Yeah, LSU's good in football until fucking Brian Kelly took it over.
So you hired a guy that was not as successful as his predecessors.
And I hear what you're saying.
He's saying he's Brian Kelly is what he's saying.
Yeah, but he still did better than Brian Kelly did. He had 5 first place finishes in 7 years.
Because because the school recruits itself. It's what he's trying to say.
Still got to coach him.
He's not a good coach.
He's not a good. That school is only invested in basketball, and he didn't have 5 first place. He had 4 first place finishes in 7 years.
2, 3, 4, 5. I'm looking at it.
I just had it pulled up. Now you're gonna make me pull it up again.
15-16, he was tied for first. In 16-17, they finished third.
17, the year they were 16 and 14, they were tied for first. So they were 16 and 14.
Okay,
but they didn't make.
Hey, Ole Miss is hanging a banner for that fucking year. So can Murray State.
The year that they went 13 and 13, they were in 5th place in their conference, but they sucked out of conference. They're not good.
Which year? Tied for third.
As Chance said, the great Murray State debate is raging. Yeah, I don't know why Zombie.
Well, it's a little bit like the Ole Miss people. Like, oh, he sucked. He might not be a good fit at LSU, but I mean, you can't say 5 first place finishes in 7 years and a 750 winning clip in conference is bad.
In 7 years, he made the NCAA tournament 3 times at Murray State.
Okay.
The previous Murray State
made
hold on, Chip. Hold on.
Right.
The previous Murray State coach made the NCAA tournament 3 times in 4 years.
Okay.
His percentages aren't as good as his predecessor.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he was bad.
No, he took a program that was already established and rode the coattails of that program to get the LSU job. It was not a
7 years.
But it was not a program that he built.
Well, none of them are.
So then this is the guy, when your program's in shambles, that you're going to have come in and rebuild your program?
Well, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying you can't say he was a bad coach at Murray State.
I didn't say he was a bad coach. I said his success was not what it was advertised. If you really look at the numbers.
I think what he's saying, and I'll just do this, I'll just say it in a sentence that everyone can understand. I'm pretty sure what you're trying to say is that if you're going to hire a guy from those leagues, they better have won 7 straight years. They better have a record of they better have an 80% winning percentage. And I agree with you. I think most of the time those schools, a lot of times they don't. Those guys get hired 12 times a year, right? Like I remember we used to say that. He's one of those guys that raises his hands when he's on defense. Remember that?
I hate that. I fucking hate that.
I was like, oh God, he's one of those small school coaches. Like he knew from the start he wasn't going to work out at LSU because he was raising his hands during when the defense are coming down.
I'm just going to use Will Wade as an example because he was the previous coach before Matt McMahon. Will Wade was at VCU, also a basketball school. He was there for 2 years, had a 72% winning percentage, finished first place in the conference, second place in the conference, made the NCAA tournament both years at VCU. He was at Chattanooga before that and had a 61% winning percentage at Chattanooga.
Made the tournament his final year, though.
Did not make the tournament this final year.
Okay.
No. He made the CIT. Never even heard of it.
What is the CIT?
I think Johnny Jones won that one year.
I thought it was the CP. Oh, the collegeinsider.com postseason tournament.
Insider.com is all one word, CIT.
collegeinsider.com postseason.
That's funny. All right, but even still, right. He was a decent enough coach there. He was there long enough. Like you could argue Will Wade rode somebody else's coattails for those 2 years and then elevated.
Absolutely.
He was there 7 years. He had pretty decent success at a 750 conference record. Finished first place, yada, yada, yada. His high win watermark with LSU is 17 wins in the 2023-2024. Will he get to 17 this year?
17 conference wins?
No, 17 wins overall.
What are they at right now? 13?
13.
Possibly.
He was at 17. He was 17 and 16 overall in 23-24 that season.
He's just not a good fit here at all. It's just you don't ever hear him. You don't see him out in the public. He's just building How big is the house that he's building? That's also posted.
So my ex zombie, former co-host of this program, posted on the droppings yesterday
Oh,
that Matt McMahon is building a 20,000 square foot house. 20,000 square feet, zombie. Do you think he's building a 20,000 square feet house?
no.
How big is a 20,000 square foot house?
Bigger than my ass.
He's building a very large house in a very affluent neighborhood in Baton Rouge. That
Right
part
now?
is true. He just finished it. So like, and that was kind of the gist of the thread. Not necessarily our friend got killed a little bit for saying that the house was bigger than it actually was.
Mhm.
But the point still stands. Let's say it's 6,000 square feet. What are you doing? You're the fledgling basketball coach. Why are you building a house that excessively large?
So you can sell it at an upgrade to the university who's going to turn around and sell it at a discount to the next basketball coach? That doesn't make sense.
Is that in his contract? I don't
Could
know.
be. I don't know. Yeah, Chance says enough about this shit. Well, but I mean, like he's done. He's dead man walking. But again, Moscona, what is what's Matt Moscona's role? Is he the one that set the temperature and set expectations? Because today he was talking about it's going to cost a lot of money.
You know me, I got some legit sauces.
Yeah.
No, we got legit sauces.
We got sidetracked with Murray State here. I didn't see that coming, but this is what I actually got some juice from some legit sauces that and I want to preface this. Chip knows I like to preface my Moscona takes with, I do think the man is very professional. He works hard. He's a great family man.
Great father.
He's a little abrasive on the radio. Do I like his style? It's not my cup of tea. I prefer a conversation instead of being talked down to. Is that fair to say? Mm-hmm. But that's a style. I mean, listen.
Not everybody does peace, love, and understanding, Daniel.
Yeah. Colin Cowherd's made a career that way. So, and that's what those guys do. But anyway, supposedly, and Chip knows this sauce too. So it's not just me here. Sauce in the athletic department says that Moscona's sources have been squeezed out of the building since the exit of Scott Woodward. So that is why Moscona is really lost on the Matt McMahon situation, because Moscona started that Locked On episode talking about how close of friends he is with Matt McMahon and all. He like defended Matt McMahon.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And then he goes on to say, well, I think he's got a chance to keep his job. And as Chance just said, it's the Catholic High Mafia with Woodward and Moscona. And so that he's been squeezed out. And so his sourcing isn't very good. And he doesn't really know the anti-Woodward faction and how deep it runs in the athletic department. And especially around the basketball drama last offseason. When there were people in charge that attempted to make a change and attempted to bring back Will Wade, but Woodward would not put his ego aside and pulled the rug out from underneath the board of directors, the board of supervisors.
And everybody can get mad at us. It's the truth. They're going to go after him. So
yeah. I said that 2 nights, or was it Sunday night, and I got posted on Tiger Droppings. I'll say it again.
We're not just saying that for no reasons. We know somebody. Okay. So
they went after Nick Saban.
The same person that told us a month before we hired Lane told us this story. So
they went after Nick. It's been reported that they made an offer to Nick Saban. Nick Saban said, no, I'm good, retired. But they still went after him. Yeah. And so those same people that shot for the moon for Nick Saban and landed on Lane Kiffin, which was also the moon. I mean, they basically were shooting at Jupiter and landed on one of the moons. Those same people are going to go after Will Wade. Like, this is a fact. And now listen, Will Wade could win the national championship this year at NC State and say, fuck you, LSU. I'm done. I'm not coming back. I'm happy.
Which he very well might.
Yeah, there's a lot of things at play, but they're gonna make a push for him. And our sauce also said Matt McMahon is done, and he said that before the game on Wednesday.
This was before.
Well, how do you follow up Arkansas and a really good effort against Arkansas? What were they, 20th ranked when they played?
He's notorious for losing. Like,
I've been saying this go ahead, Chip.
Well, I mean, I stopped watching the game 3 minutes in because I was like, oh, I've seen this 43 times. I know it's going to happen. We're about to get blown out. You can always tell when his teams are going to play good and when they're not. Always.
You know how LSU football under Les Miles, I mean, even still now to a certain extent, we always got everybody's A game in football because that was the game everybody had circled like, oh, we're playing LSU. You're going to get everybody's best effort. That LSU basketball is the opposite. Like under Matt McMahon, all the good teams, they don't show up for that game because they think they're going to cakewalk. And so it has nothing to do with LSU basketball. Excellent. It always has to do with the other team. And this has been like 2 or 3 years now. It's been like this. The other team sleepwalks against us.
It's a foregone conclusion.
And that's why we always play better against the good teams because the good teams don't bring their A game. But then when we play Mississippi State and they've lost 5 in a row and they're hungry for a win, they're the team that brings their A game because they see it as an opportunity. So that's how we always get blown out by the bad teams and play good against the good teams. It's because they play down to us.
I haven't even looked up the 20-plus losses, but I know it's over 20, which is insane in 3 years. At LSU, getting blown out by 20 more than 20 times is crazy.
Yeah. G-Moo says Moscona had sauces with someone that worked for Woody, and I was told Austin Thomas was his other sauce as well.
Yeah, he would talk about it all the time, and he would act like he's like, y'all don't know who it is. I mean, I'm not gonna tell y'all. It's Austin Thomas. But anyways, I'm not gonna this is shit he pretty much said. He all but says he's like, he gets me shirts. It's just, I don't know. It just seems like a kid who wore a Notre Dame shirt in the 1990s to junior high. But
I know a guy who wore
Rudy was big.
I know a guy did that.
I hate to get people that did that.
Let's talk about some winning basketball with the purple and gold.
Zombie, hit us up on the LSU women's basketball.
Lady Tigers, 92-70 tonight. Knocked them out. Who the fuck did we play tonight?
Arkansas.
In the what was it? Play for K game?
Yeah, play for K. Yeah. Oh, did they announce? Did you see?
My daughter was very excited about that. That both teams were all dressed in pink. Like she legit was like, my 2-year-old daughter thinks pink is the best thing in the world.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, LSU opened up the second half on an 18-3 run. Outscored them in the third quarter, 33-17, and then kind of coasted in the fourth. They only outscored them by 3. But I was telling Daniel earlier in their pre-production meeting, LSU is now on a 6-game win streak in the conference. Oklahoma Lady Sooners are the second best win streak in the conference at 3 right now. Tennessee is on a 1-game losing streak. South Carolina is on a 1-game winning streak, and Vandy lost their first game. So the Lady Tigers are hot right now. So
Lady Tigers are. I watched the first quarter. He actually said, Chance just said this, very sluggish first half.
Right.
What I loved about Kim Mulkey, like first 5 minutes into the game,
whole line shift,
and it wasn't offensively. We weren't playing bad, but defensively, Arkansas scored on like 5 of their first 6 possessions. And so Mulkey just brings in the whole second line.
Right.
But you know what that is, Chip? What is that? Coaching
matters.
And when the first team walked off the court, she didn't say a word.
Oh,
because
really?
she didn't have to say a word. And what did the second unit come out do? Get 2 stops. Yeah. And then the crowd was into it right away because
did they announce attendance tonight?
I didn't.
Probably.
I didn't watch the second
12
half.
1,300. I mean 1,000. 12 or 13,000. Agree it.
If Starkey is doing $1 for every student, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
G-Moo says Kim has won 20 games in each of her 26 seasons she has coached.
Not like man.
.860 winning
Jeez.
percentage. That's impressive. Now, with that said, she does schedule soft at a conference.
Yeah, but I don't think she used to. I think this is an LSU thing.
I mean, if you're Kim, why not, man?
Yeah, you do whatever you want.
The Twitter
I mean,
machine,
you could have easily won those 2 games that she lost. Not that I watched them. I just know.
not even Twitter, the handheld supercomputer says 9,741 in attendance tonight.
It's pretty good on a Thursday
I'm
night.
not sure how many students that was. So
They probably all they didn't leave though. They can't leave anymore.
I have a cousin that got women's basketball season tickets this year. She has not missed a game.
Oh, good for her.
Nor a handout.
Play basketball in high school.
Giveaway.
She was good.
She was a legend, man.
Yeah,
Did she get a Shaq?
that makes sense. That makes sense.
They don't go to the men's games. They only go to the women's games.
Oh, sorry.
This is a hell. I mean, listen. Anybody want to get this from me for? I'll offer it to Chip for $25. Anybody else?
20?
30.
I bought some socks from him once, and he still has not paid me back for the socks.
Did you pay me for the socks, or did I just keep them?
I paid you that the first day. Like I gave you the money.
I fed you a few times to make up for it, though, huh?
Hey, Chip, you got me?
I've fed Chip enough times.
I'm keeping these socks, by the way. I'm like, dude, no.
Those socks were badass.
Yeah, because I picked them out. I picked them. Of course.
What was it? Peach Records? Isn't that the name of it?
Yeah, Peach.
So my favorite sock brand. Yeah, my favorite sock brand. Bon Folk is the name of my favorite sock brand. Louisiana, New Orleans themed. I'm actually wearing some right now as we speak, some Mardi Gras themed ones.
He owed me something. So I was like, just buy me a pair. Just buy me if you're getting some socks from them, buy me the Peaches one.
But it was off season that you didn't come to my house for like 3 months. And I was looking at them one day and I'm like, damn, that was
Then y'all live next door to each other?
No, this was before this. This was like years ago.
Well, we only saw each other like 10 times when we lived next door to each other, which is nuts, right?
At the glory hole.
Chip's exaggerating.
I wasn't allowed over there.
Chip's exaggerating.
Didn't you get in a fist fight with somebody in the front yard?
Who?
You.
I'm sure Daniel exaggerated something. I haven't been in a fist fight in a while. Like Daniel wouldn't be alive if we got into a fist fight. So I mean, I just love how he embellishes things. How much? That's why I always say he talks shit about me because I hear it all the time with these random little things. That's a lie. I never got in a fist fight with Daniel.
I never said
it was Daniel.
I never got in a fight with anyone in the front.
We got in a shouting match in the front.
I thought y'all
never said I never said
championship
fist fight
wrestling
zombie.
All right, let's go back to wardrobe.
I didn't even know. I don't even know how he brought that up because it was like
it was years ago.
Well, I mean,
it was years ago.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Yeah, but y'all didn't even talk at that point. Y'all were like,
no, we were talking at that point.
At some point. You know how it is. Chip, let me just make a side note. If you would have shown up the other night without the mutton chops, it would still be the Bears. It's just that the mutton chops was so fucking perfect.
They were. I don't think they had mutton chops though. Whenever they were doing,
they didn't. But it just looked so good.
It did. It did look.
Yeah.
Good. It just looked unprofessional.
Did your boss really make you shave it?
No, he didn't make me shave. But he was like, he wasn't feeling them like everybody else was.
But did he rub them? I mean,
you're growing it back in how many days?
My beard it should take about a couple weeks.
Yeah, so you should have just left them until that other part was growing out.
Look, it was considering I got stuff to do next week for work. I need that.
I hear you.
I respect it.
Yeah.
I mean, Daniel, I'm all dressed up for Mardi Gras. You didn't even ask me what my advice to Tyler with an E, Shuck was for his first inaugural Mardi Gras ride.
G-Moose says he'll buy the statue.
$20. For the original 5, I mean,
G-Moose might get a special on it. Because really, it's just going to sit here on my desk right here, and then my son will probably come in here and break it at some point if I leave it in.
Is it
here.
Breakable? You think it's easy?
Yeah. Like because the top half of it is not as durable of a material as the bottom half.
Got to have a solid base, a solid foundation.
Ooh, it even has his like shoes, like number 33 on the shoes. Can you see that?
Does it got those
attention to detail right there.
That is attention to detail.
Yeah.
Little O'Neal 33 on the back.
Mm-hmm.
This is good quality stuff. Too bad fans won't stay for the actual games. But anyway, Zombie Bob, we live streaming you from Endymion, Bacchus, Morpheus.
That's the plan. That is the plan. We did talk with Ethan and Chris with the No. They were all over it. And I got some other things in work with them as well. So hopefully so. The world is our oyster, man. Like whatever we want to do. I don't know if we've even gone this far, and I don't even know if you'd be interested in this, Daniel, but I love the NFL draft. And Daniel and I, who else used to be in that with us?
Chip used to be in it.
But it used to be, but you would always fucking win. Daniel and I would do, and I would pour over all the mock drafts and which team had which, need and which player was mocked to them the most and this and that and the other. So we would submit a first round and you had, scoring if you got it, if it was, I think I even changed the rules to try to catch up to Daniel because I'd put 800 hours into it. He'd put 3 minutes into it, and year after year, he'd beat my ass.
I remember one year I won because I got the 31st pick correct.
Right.
So getting the first pick correct was 4 points.
Yeah, the higher ones were more.
The higher ones are worth more points as you go on in the draft because it gets more and more unpredictable as you go on. I saw something like Mel Kiper only averages getting 12 picks correct in the draft.
Mm-hmm.
And most of those are the top 10 picks.
Right.
After that, it's such a crapshoot. Because like you say, if a quarterback goes higher, then everything down the line changes. Right. Or a running back goes higher, everything changes.
I wouldn't mind doing a crossover, even if it was just us, even if we didn't cross over with anybody else, even if we did a launch, not a launch, but a live stream watch party for the NFL draft for the first night.
I still have that somewhere, those rules somewhere. I'm gonna send them to you tomorrow.
Okay. So we could do that with the with the audience, with the tens of tens, the hundreds of hundreds, the hoes and the tots.
That's right. We got Mardi Gras coming up. We got crawfish boil season coming up.
We got Irish channel parades in between that, Irish Italian. And
we're gonna live stream that too.
A lot of live stream and
we just need to get you a backpack with a GoPro on the top of it.
I got the GoPro.
So just something where it's you're viewing from.
Well, you know what they do now, the motherfuckers, now that I don't march in the Wantagh American Legion pipe band in New York when I played the bass drum in the bagpipe band, I wanted to live stream that or record that because it's the pipes, the bass drum, and the rest of the drums are behind me. And they now live stream that, or at least record it and put it on YouTube.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Yeah. Big plans coming up for the Geaux Team.
Back in the day, Daniel, I marched in the 250th annual New York City St. Patrick's Day Parade. And
I don't remember that.
That's over 10, 12 years ago. I'd have to pull it out. I have the pin and the medal.
What was the temperature that day?
For that one, I don't know. I will tell you that in 2005, it snowed.
Oh, maybe that's the one I'm thinking of. And underneath your kilt, what were you wearing?
Do not get caught wearing anything underneath your kilt. Shoes and socks. Oh, the hose, actually. They don't call them socks. Hose and shoes. And actually, at that point, I think we had spats. So that's all. I had hose, spats, and shoes. I could not feel my fingers. Could not feel my fingers when we stepped off. But then once you step off and you're going and you're carrying a fucking you just start sweating your ass off. This year it's 7. This year it's 7. Morpheus, Endymion, Bacchus, the Gretna Irish Italian, Irish Channel, we're marching. The next day we're doing Metairie Road. We're doing the Louisiana Irish Italian on veterans. Did I say Gretna? Yeah. And usually we do Chalmette, but Chalmette's the week after Easter this year. It's April 11th. I don't think we're doing. I like to be on the lower deck. I don't like to be on the upper deck. I like to interact with my people. And I'm very much a let's make a deal kind of guy when I ride. I got something you got something I want.
Did I tell you, Zombie? Grant the intern wants to do the crawfish cook-off in Mandeville.
Yeah. April 12th.
12th.
Yeah. We talked about that.
Okay.
Well, podcast.
Well, I also sent a text message to Grant trying to get a baseball preview because we're
Well, just about on it.
yeah, we got to
What's
get
the first game? Like the 13th?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so, but I didn't want to and so they're doing their baseball preview next Thursday. So he probably wouldn't be able to do it until the following week.
Okay.
Because we don't want to give out. Basically, I was like, listen, I understand you don't want to give out your material first on our show.
Sure.
But
That's understandable.
But he said
So
maybe possibly the following week.
Once a week, they're podcasting.
Yes.
So I think we're kind of settled in on our Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday off season.
I like that schedule. And then that keeps it, consistent.
Right.
That way, Chet missed an episode, Chance missed an episode, G Moose missed an episode.
But if you did Monday and Wednesday to Monday is a long stretch.
Exactly.
Right. So
we're Sunday.
I don't know
Tuesday,
Barry and Joe.
Thursday.
I don't know Barry and Joe. So yeah. But then come fall, I mean, maybe we're podcasting on the grounds, boots on the ground, in the shadow of the stadium.
Chip agreed with that idea earlier too.
Mm-hmm.
If we get the GoPro stuff working and live streaming figured out, we got lots of potential, man. I need to win a People's Choice at these crawfish cook-offs. So our 10s of 10s, I need y'all to come out here. Still, I got second place. I got third place. I have not gotten first place.
Got a reason to strive.
But then the People's Choice is always rigged. It's who brings the most people.
Well,
it's not necessarily.
Yeah.
It's not who's the best.
No, didn't you win a first place, best place decorated or some shit?
I've won best decorated booth twice.
Yeah. So that's first place. I mean, it's women's.
That's division, a cash prize. That was a cash
women's division, but
Yeah. Yes, we Chance we cook. We've done March 21st in Marrero, April 12th in Mandeville, May 3rd. Or is it May 2nd? It's a Saturday. May 2nd in Baton Rouge. That's the schedule for this year. We've gotten second place in Marrero, third place in Baton Rouge. But in Baton Rouge, we lost to a restaurant. A restaurant finished first. So,
right. But it depends on the organization. And do they switch up their judging? Because if you have the same judges over and over and over, it's biased towards their particular taste or what they like in a boil.
Correct.
So.
But that recipe that works for those judges in Marrero traveled to Baton Rouge and we got third place in Baton Rouge. So we did make a slight alteration, which it was Grant the intern's idea.
I didn't think that Chance wasn't here. Chance, you're not in the boot?
Why did I think he lived in Ascension?
I don't know.
Oh, he went to East Ascension.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Chance. So, all right, guys. As always, we appreciate you guys, our 10s of 10s, our tots, as we try to grow it to the hoes, the hundreds of hundreds.
I got one other thing, Zombie. I got official permission to live stream from Marrero. Just FYI.
That's the 21st.
March 21st.
March 22nd is Veterans Boulevard, the Louisiana Irish Italian.
We live stream. Get there at noon. We can live stream.
Get where at noon? I'll be float loading.
Well, you're not going to be doing it all day on the 21st if your parade's on the 22nd.
I don't know. I have to think about that. We might have done it last year on Friday. I don't know. I got to check. Rocky from St. Rose.
I got official permission to be able to live stream from there. So, just FYI.
Okay.
He's Chance's in San Antonio.
Chance, I have a friend in Round Rock, which is north of you in San Antonio, north of San Antonio. So, big friend of the program. Actually, we ought to get her brother on sometime.
I was just thinking.
National champion, played for Nick Saban at LSU.
Yeah. All right, gentlemen.
Oh, can we
Chip,
tease?
anything else for the
Can we tease who I'm trying to get on? I don't
it's
think
up to
he's going to
you
come
if
on.
Yeah, it's up to you if you want to say it or not, and then not deliver. Just save it. Save it. If we get it, we get it. If we don't get it, we don't.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't have my Texas geography. I apologize. I'll take the L on that one. It's north of Austin, not San Antonio.
Zombie doesn't know any directions outside of New Orleans metro area.
No,
I don't know fuck about Baton Rouge.
What about
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, Daniel's like, oh, if I'm on Segan Lane and I blah 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 blah. I'm like,
what other areas do you know? Okay,
I know Orleans like the back of my hand.
Staten Island,
Long Island.
Staten Island. Yeah,
I mean, there's 100 different ways to get to Yankee Stadium. I didn't understand that the first time I went to Yankee Stadium, actually, in probably August of '95, and actually the Yankees beat Baltimore that night when it wasn't the game that Cal Ripken broke the record, but there was the season that Cal Ripken broke Lou Gehrig's record. But the friends we went with that night for the first time, they didn't know how to get to Yankee Stadium. And I'm like, how the fuck do you not know how to get to Yankee Stadium? Because there's 710 different ways to go from Long Island to Yankee Stadium. So,
is that when you asked the cops?
No, that was the first time.
How do you fucking know?
We moved to New York. We're living there. Lilo and Rocky from St. Rose, I think, were with me. And like back then, you would print out MapQuest. So you'd have 6 or 7 pages of directions, but you're counting on the fact that there's fucking street signs in the Bronx. We lost, couldn't find a stadium. It's getting closer and closer to the first pitch. There's an NOPD cruiser parked in the corner of a parking lot. So I pull over there, pull up to him, roll down the window, still had my Louisiana plates on the Ford Explorer. And I said, hey, I'm sorry. Like, could you point me to Yankee Stadium? You know, just moved here or whatever. And not the guy behind the wheel, the driver, the female passenger officer, NYPD, in the passenger seat, leans forward, says, figure it out yourself. I'm like, oh my God, what am I doing?
Gotta love New York, man.
You gotta fucking love it. No, I went to Rangers. We had friends that were huge Rangers fans.
You lived right by the Islanders.
I worked right behind the Coliseum. The last job I had in New York was in Uniondale, and we worked literally right across the street behind the Coliseum.
Because they were in Hempstead, right?
Yeah, right next to Hofstra.
That's why I remembered that. Yeah.
So no, Rangers would catch the train and go catch the Rangers. So back in the day, many moons ago. So there you go.
All right, gentlemen. We'll be back on Sunday night. Till then.
One more thing. What are you supposed to say? Yeah.
I know, but
yeah.
I say I have one more thing.
No, you have one more thing.
I have one more thing, and then I'm gonna throw it to you, Zombie. And good night, Mrs. Calabash.
Wherever you are.
Good night,
Hi, guys. Thank y'all. We went long.